Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So the first time on my channel, I'll be unboxing some scale figures. Now these aren't super expensive scale figures. This is from the Ikorai line from Taito, where basically they make these very affordable 1/7 scales of different characters that you can get. Usually these particular figures retail for around $50, which is usually half the price as a scale figure. But I got lucky. I did not pay $50 for each one, thankfully. I actually went on eBay for the first time to buy figures, and I saw somebody who was selling a set for like 60. So that's like 30 each, which is what I usually would pay for prize figures. So I wanted to, unbox these, see how they look, kind of get a feel for what a 1/7 scale figure would look like. And of course, I love Frieren, I love Fern, I just love Frieren the anime in general. So I was really happy to get these figures. I apologize if the lighting looks a bit weird. I'm unboxing these straight from school. I did some work when I came back, and so I was going to unbox them. I would have waited until the weekend to do it, but I was just really excited, and I had a really rough week when these figures came, so I kind of just want the dopamine hit of unboxing these figures and putting them on my desk. So we're going to do it now. So let's start with Fern first, and then we'll go to Frieren. Okay, so this is how Fern turned out. Don't be afraid, the lighting is not doing it justice, because like I said, this is close to nighttime, the sun is setting. But she looks really good. She looks really hefty, and I'm pretty sure she's a bit bigger than some of my prize figures. So we can do a comparison in the end with Frieren and Fern next to one of my sitting prize figures, but she's very hefty. I did not notice before when I was looking at other people unboxing her. Her hand comes detached, so you have to attach it yourself. But overall, she looks really good. She's really hefty, and I think this is a really nice figure. One of the reasons why I got Fern and Frieren and not just Fern, because I already have a Frieren figure, is because the two of them does come in a set, and you can place them next to each other to make it look like they're sitting next to each other. So that's how I want to display them. So I didn't want to pick up Fern and then can't find Frieren like a few months later, and then it's like an incomplete set. So I'll unbox Frieren so you can see that for yourselves, but overall I'm really impressed with these figures. Okay, so this is how they look together. Like I said before, they're supposed to be a set. Overall, I really do like these figures. I think they're really nice for the price. I could definitely see some shading in their hair, especially Fern Zone. Their clothes fold very well. The only very small nitpick I have about this figure, in particularly with the Frieren figure, I think the yellow or the gold that they use for painting the accent colors on her jacket is a bit plain and a bit matte. I would love to see a kind of gold shiver be used on those accent colors. However, for the price that I paid, considering what one scale figures usually go for, I am not complaining. This looks great. It seems like these figures kind of dropped a little bit on the aftermarket because at first they retailed for $50, and that's the price you paid when you pre-ordered them. But like I said before, I got them off of eBay for $30 each, roughly. And if you wanted to buy each person by themselves, Fern was a lot cheaper than Frieren, which makes sense because Frieren is the main character. Fern would usually go for around $20 or so, while Frieren would go for around $40-ish, high $30, which is not a big difference, but it's definitely a difference. If you do want to buy them separately, just keep that in mind. I highly recommend, if you can and you're willing to buy them together, because off eBay alone, if you bought them together, it's a lot cheaper than buying them separate. They also sell these some on pre-owned on Mercari. Mine's I don't believe is pre-owned on eBay, but Mercari's definitely are. And I was actually at first going to go get them off of Mercari, but due to some issues, I ended up going with eBay. My first time getting figures off of eBay because I feel like they kind of price gouge a bit. But I am impressed. The figures were not that expensive. They came to me relatively quickly, and they were packaged very nicely. So this seller obviously did an amazing job getting these figures to me in one piece. So I'm very happy. I cannot wait to display them on my desk somewhere if I could find space. Oh, let's compare these scale figures to one of my prizes that I have that's sitting. Okay, so this is a Shinobu figure. Okay, so don't mind Shinobu's dusty self. So this is my Shinobu figure I have. She came in a smaller set with a Kano figure when they were younger. But I just wanted to compare this figure to these 1/7 scale figures because this is the only figure that I have in a pose that's similar to the pose that they're in. Felt like it wouldn't be a fair comparison if they were standing. And as you can see here, Shinobu looks almost the same size as them, but they're definitely bigger than Shinobu. Just in the face and body alone, I could definitely see a size difference between her and the Fern and Frieren. So definitely I can say that 1/7 scales are fairly big. I don't have a very expensive scale figure to compare it to because I honestly don't really have money for that, and most of the figures I have in my collection right now are prize figures, so I don't have a true 1/7, quote unquote true 1/7 to compare it to, but they seem very big. I definitely do recommend them if you are interested in getting a budget-friendly scale figure because they're pretty big, they're fairly hefty, and I think the quality is quite nice. Especially if you could get them cheaper, because even though they retailed for about $50, they're is definitely worth it if you can get them cheaper like what I did. So definitely look at your options and see if you can get them at a cheaper price. But even at the $50 price mark, I would say they're worth it. Price scale figures are usually very expensive, especially now in this day and age with this economy. A scale figure can cost you a little over $100, and that's not even including shipping if you are not buying it in person. So these budget-friendly scale figures I think are really good for people like me who don't really have money to ditch out $100 on pretty plastic, quote unquote. So yeah, and it's definitely a great way for beginner collectors to start looking at to what sizes they like in their figures without really breaking the bank to get different scales. So definitely worth the price if you want to get them. I really like them. I cannot wait to display them, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.